So when our child was born, one of the things that happened was, as the doctor was delivering the child, he did this thing where he delivered her, but it was so quick. Like, he pulled it out and he just dropped the baby on the mother. And I don't know why he did that, but it was so quick. And at that moment, I freaked out. I properly freaked out. And I can't put my finger on it. It probably was the fact that at that moment I realized that my whole life was going to change. My identity was that I was no longer a man in Christ, I was a dad in Christ. and that freaked me out. It could have been other things as well. I think it could have been that my time was no longer going to be my own. It could have been a million things. The point was that I felt like my whole world was upside down, and I freaked. And that left me in a state of numbness. And for a few weeks after that, I remember just questioning whether I really loved my child. And it didn't help the fact that there were nights when we had sleepless nights. It didn't help when we didn't know what we were doing. We still don't. And it didn't help that sometimes both Lauren and I, my wife, weren't in a good mood. And we would basically frustrate each other. And it can be tense. I remember, because of the tension, sometimes I'd go to the office, and when you're in a good mood, small things don't frustrate you, but when you're suffering, sometimes the smallest thing can just push you over the edge. And I realized that sometimes when we struggle, we get so consumed with our suffering that we can't see the small things that the Lord is doing. We can't see the things that He's given us. Although there were so many people, I think on one day we had about 15 people coming to visit us at the hospital. And although I saw those people, I didn't really see those people. And we must have had at least over 200 people praying for us. And although I would look at my phone and see all the messages saying people are praying, I didn't see the people praying. And we were given so many things that I barely had to buy stuff for my child, but I didn't see the people giving me things. And instead I got angry at the Lord. There are times in our lives where we might be going through the most intense suffering, but we just don't see what the Lord is doing. We don't see His faithfulness. And the major thing that we don't see, probably the most important thing that we don't see, is we don't see the cross. We don't see the fact that God actually came and died for us. Because if you see the cross, you cannot deny just how loving this God really is.